Quaid Azam, part 294. Well, Jawaharlal Nehru continues talking to the Hindu on 11 July 1946. It's an interview to the press, Bombay, 10 July 1946. And he's been talking on the grouping of the Constituent Assembly. Speaking in betting language, there is a 4-1 chance of Northwest Frontier Province deciding against grouping. Then Group B collapses. It is highly likely that Azam will decide against grouping with Bengal, although I would not like to say that the initial decision may be, since it is evenly balanced. Well, right now Jawaharlal Nehru has been talking about those schemes of 3 groupings of the province. The first group was that of the Congress-led majority group. The second one was that of the Muslim League-led majority provinces, and the third one, of course, with that of the, again for the Muslim League in fact, but it's on the eastern part of later known as Pakistan. But I can say with every assurance and conviction that there is going to be finally no grouping there, because Azam will not tolerate it under any circumstances, whatever. Thus you see this grouping business approached from any point of view does not get on at all. Now there are questions and answers, and I can read them for you and you will get an understanding on it. First of all, I read the question for you. The question is, how would the provincial jealousies work against grouping? Jawaharlal Nehru responds, first, but for the Muslim League, the entire country is opposed to the grouping of provinces. The Muslim League thus stands by itself isolated on this question. There is a good deal of feeling against grouping with the Punjab, both in the Northwest Frontier Province and Sindh, for economic and other reasons. That is to say, even the Muslims in Sindh dislike the idea of grouping with Punjab. Both these provinces, Sindh and NWFB, are afraid of being swamped by the Punjab. Question: when will the provisional national government be formed at the centre? Jawaharlal Nehru: for the moment we are somewhat engaged in the Constituent Assembly elections. Question: what do you expect from the forthcoming meeting of All India Muslim League Council at Bombay? Jawaharlal Nehru: whatever the Congress does, it is always intended to create new situations. We do not follow other people's situations. I'm glad that the Muslim League has realized that we have created a new situation. We propose to create many further new situations. We are sometimes asked what we would do if the League decides to do this or that. We shall see what the conditions then are and decide accordingly. Such assertions and made at this critical juncture completely reverse the gains of 16 May. They simply reverse the gains of the 16 May proposals, and their acceptance by all predictably, and predictably this made Jinnah ever more auspicious of Congress, and real intentions in the consequences more obstinate in his opposition to any effort for cooperation with the Congress. Jinnah had altered the League's stand, and he had supported the proposed scheme in the process, virtually abandoning a sovereign Pakistan but insisting upon the grouping of provinces with residuary powers. On the other hand, Nehru's statements went directly and totally against the letter and spirit of the Cabinet Mission's plan. To further compound the difficulties, Nehru even did not recognize this error, or that there was much to be gained by silence, or that this statement had greatly upset prospects of a settlement.